Chapter 8. Gravek's Dirty Game. As the battle on Toria reached its climax, calm was beginning to return to the gates of hell. Goku and Oob took down the last of the attackers with ease. The bodies dropped like puppets with cut strings. Goku stepped closer, his expression grim. What could have happened to them? He wondered. The dark ki dissipated from the fallen bodies. As that energy left its hosts, the air felt light once again. One of the warriors, with green skin and metallic armor, slowly began to pick himself up. His eyes flickered, searching for a fixed point amidst the chaos. I don't know, he stammered in a hoarse voice. I only remember flashes. My planet. Someone attacked me. A being with a strange power that controlled my mind. His voice broke. He looked down, trembling. Afterward, only darkness. And when I opened my eyes, I was here. Around him, the other warriors were regaining consciousness amidst groans of confusion. They remembered nothing more than isolated scenes, like broken nightmares from their worlds of origin. Shortly after, Goku and Oob made their way before the Judge of Souls, alongside the Supreme Kai and Kibito. The imposing King Yema struck the table with his enormous hands, sending papers flying from his desk. "Thank you for coming," he thundered in his deep voice. "You arrived just in time to stop them." He bowed in reverence toward Supreme Kai. "Most have been contained, but before you reached the combat zone, some escaped, and they didn't leave empty-handed." Goku tilted his head, curious. "What do you mean?" Yema's expression darkened. "They took some of the dark energy we collect here, the kind we extract during the purification of souls. We only use it as fuel, but they took it as if they knew exactly what to look for." The silence grew heavy. Supreme Kai's gaze hardened, a pang of worry coursing through his memory. "Dark energy stolen from hell," he repeated in a low voice. "I remember something similar in the ancient stories, an incident where forbidden power was extracted from this very place. This is troubling. Perhaps this is connected to something greater." Goku placed a firm hand on Oob's shoulder. "Looks like our training just got interesting." Goku scratched the back of his head, looking thoughtful. "So, what are we gonna do with these guys?" he asked, turning to Supreme Kai. The Supreme Deity nodded. "For now, it will be best if they remain here, until we discover what is happening and exactly where they come from." King Yema crossed his arms and nodded firmly. "Of course, they can stay here in a safe zone in the meantime. I will give the necessary orders." Supreme Kai, with a grave expression, turned to his attendant. "Kibito, come with me. We must review the ancient records of the sacred world. We might find the key there to who is behind this and what they plan to do with that energy." On Toria, the air still crackled with Super Saiyan 2 energy when Gravek, with a mocking sneer, raised a hand. His dark aura expanded in all directions like a surge. Suddenly, several Torian civilians, still under mind control, emerged from the shadows of the ruins of the furthest districts. Their gazes were empty, their movements rigid. They advanced in silence toward the battlefield, interposing themselves between the Saiyans and their master. "No, it can't be!" Halira shouted, horrified. "That's right," Gravek murmured, a cruel glint in his eyes. "Let's see if you are capable of maintaining your strategy when every blow you strike can destroy innocence." "Coward!" Trunks roared, flaring his electric aura. One of the controlled citizens lunged at him. Trunks threw a punch, but his fist stopped short, sending a vibration through the air just inches from the civilian's face. His muscles tensed. That split second was all it took. Gravek materialized behind him and landed a brutal elbow. Trunks was sent careening into a stone bridge, which buckled over the raging river. "Trunks!" Goten shouted, rushing to him, but two controlled inhabitants blocked his path. Piccolo appeared suddenly, taking down one of them with an outstretched hand. Idiots! They're just in the way. Hesitate, and you're finished. Goten dodged a blast from one of the controlled warriors and gritted his teeth. It's not that easy, he protested. If I strike with this much power, I could kill them. Then leave them to me, Piccolo bellowed, extending his arms and catching two at once to immobilize them. Halira took a step forward, holding her breath. Milana, are you all fit to fight yet? Milana tightened her jaw, pulling herself up alongside several of her people. Yes, we're still dazed, but we can move now. We'll help. Piccolo threw a quick glance over his shoulder. Fine, just don't take any unnecessary risks. Halira, with a sad expression in her eyes, lunged at another group. She delivered open palm strikes, taking them down without killing them, merely rendering them unconscious. Forgive me! I'm sorry! She shouted with every impact. Atop the ruins of the bridge, Trunks violently shoved aside a stone slab and tried to stand up. Gravek took advantage of the distraction, charging head-on toward Goten. The collision kicked up a shockwave that split the ground in two. Goten barely resisted it, his feet skidding through the dust. Damn it! I can't strike with full force if he hides behind them! Exactly, Gravek whispered, his face inches from the young Saiyans. Your compassion is the key to my victory. With a brutal spin, he sent him through the air. Goten spiraled until he fell to the ground, panting. Trunks, recovered from the previous impact, advanced furiously. You're a monster, Gravek! Piccolo, with the two inhabitants already lying at his feet, shouted to the boys, Forget them! Focus on him! We'll take care of freeing the others. Trunks' eyes burned with determination. All right, Goten, back to the plan. Goten pulled himself up, blood on his forehead and a defiant smile. Yeah, we'll keep switching out until he drops. Both their electric auras stabilized. Piccolo and Halira held back the controlled innocents as best they could, clearing the field so the two Saiyans could resume the offensive. Gravek, however, licked his lips maliciously. Keep at it. Every moment you fight only feeds the darkness more. The ground trembled under the pressure of his words. The true mental and physical war on Toria had just escalated.